Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today, presenting to you the new generation Toyota Alphard. Now this is a recon spec. It's called the 2.5 liter Z. Now in today's video, I'm going to make a very detailed walk around review together with the comparison between the recon spec Toyota Alphard versus the Malaysian spec that we get. Alright, now let's go through the exterior and see what is the difference between the Malaysian spec Toyota Alphard versus the Recon 2.5 liter Z. This is the 2024 model. Now let's go through the front styling first, shall we? Now this is the new generation Toyota Alphard design. In my opinion, it looks pretty handsome. Of course, it has its sister model which is called the Toyota Wildfire. Now a little bit information. Now in Japan, Toyota actually positioned the Wildfire as a more higher end variant compared to the Toyota Alphard right here. Because in the Japan spec Toyota Wildfire, you are getting the more advanced engine, the 2.4 liter turbo, whereas in the Alphard is solely the 2.5 liter NA. This is the first difference between the Japan spec as well as the Malaysian spec. The Malaysian spec Alphard actually gets a 2.4 liter turbo, whereas the Wildfire gets a 2.5 liter NA. Now let's go through the styling at the front. Now they have removed the Toyota Alphard signature logo. Now it only comes with a laminated Toyota logo, which comes with the pre-crash system, ACC, so and so forth. And this is the headlight cluster. It's the 3 LED projector type, and these are the daytime running light, which is nicely integrated into the grille of the bumper. Now design is very subjective. Some will like the looks of the Alphard, some may like the looks of the Wildfire. It all really depends on your preference. And as you can see, actually the bonnet section actually has been extended from the previous gen AGS30 Alphard. So actually right here it has more room. In terms of the crash test, this is actually much more improved over the previous gen. And this is come fitted with the original Modelista body kit all the way from Japan. So this is something that you should take note when you are considering a Japan spec Alphard or Wildfire. You need to take note on the optional accessory. For the exterior styling, is mostly the Modelista kit. Alright, there's a LED fog lights right here, and there's a lot of chromes to make this car looks a little bit more premium. And there's a 360 front camera right here and some sensors. Now moving to the rim, this is the most notable difference between the Japan spec Alphard and the Malaysian spec. In the Japan spec, mostly they will come with this rim design. It's not finished in dual tone, it's a silver kind of design. It is finished in 225 60 18 inch, whereas in the Malaysian spec it's the two-tone 19-inch rim. 18-inch rim has the advantage of having a thicker tire, which translates to a better comfort, whereas in the 19-inch it looks much more handsome. But this is something that you can change aftermarket. As you can see, the brake discs are also pretty big because this car is pretty huge. If you look at the side profile, it's actually longer than a previous gen Toyota Alphard. Next things they have changed in terms of the design styling is they have moved the A-pillar a little bit more forward. So as you can see, the third quarter window is actually much more bigger. So it actually gives you a very good visibility from the driver's side. So right here you get a 360 side camera, and you get a keyless entry for both front door, and the door closings are also improved over the previous gen Alphard. And as you can see, for the sliding door section, in the previous gen there's a very pronounced triangular at the B pillar. Now they make it fully gloss black. Just only this part indicates it's an Alphard or Wildfire. So from the side, it actually gives the impression that this car is pretty sleek and pretty long. And to operate the power sliding door, you need to press these two buttons. Instead, in the previous gen, it's just one buttons right here. In terms of the platform, the new generation Alphard actually runs on a TNGA CARE platform, which is shared with the Toyota Camry, Lexus ES, so and so forth. Handling wise, this is definitely better than its predecessor generation. And this is the real look of the new generation Toyota Alphard. It looks very unique in my opinion. So Alphard, basically you get this very nice eagle wing kind of LED tail lights. As you can see, it gets some details inside, so it makes it look pretty special. Whereas in the Wildfire, it's actually a smoke rear lamps together with some square design. And the signal indicator is up here and is sequential type. Reverse is actually mounted on the down. All are finished in LED. There's no question about it because this is marketed to be a luxury MPV. Obviously, they need to give you a lot of advanced safety as well as advanced feature. And here, proudly presented the Alphard name. And this part also made in gloss black so that when you put your number plates right here, it looks like one piece from the car design itself. Personally, I think it looks pretty nice. And the wipers are hidden on the rear spoiler, so the rear windshield is slick and smooth. Part of the Modelista body kit, you get a rear body kit together with the exhaust tip right here, which is finished in chrome. And there's a lot of parking sensors around, so it should be very easy to maneuver this car. And it's very common in Malaysian road. You can see how popular the Toyota Alphard is. Now let's get inside the interior, shall we? Like I said, it gets keyless entry and you get power seat for both front seats. Okay, this is a Toyota Alphard, this is expected. And right here there's a step for you to get inside the car much more easier. And one changes that Toyota has made is in the previous gen Alphard, the pedal is actually hanging type, but now they've moved to an organ type. In longer journey, this is much more comfortable. Now let's get inside and get the car started. It's very easy to climb because of this tight step. Now let's close it. It doesn't have vacuum doors. Now to start, put your foot on the brake and locate the start button right here. So this is not a hybrid or EV. Obviously when you start the car, you can hear the engine noise, but it's pretty silent. This is a 2.5 liter NA engine. It comes with around 180 horsepower and 240 Newton meters of torque. Obviously the 2.4 turbo will have more power and torque. Alright, now let's go through the interior. First impression is now the interior has shifted to a more Lexus oriented interior because you can see this gigantic touchscreen you can found in the Lexus RX and NX. Now let's go through the dashboard first. All are wrapped in very nice soft leather together with some gold stitching or bronze stitching. At the front obviously it's hard plastic, but as you can see, how long is the dashboard? I can't even reach the end right there. And here comes with the head-up display. This is also a optional accessory. Some of the Alphard in Recon doesn't come with it, so you need to take note on these optional accessories. Right here it has cup holders, very elegant manners, and the aircon vents have shift at the bottom. In the previous gen, the cup holder is actually mounted down here. Okay, you get some garnishing right here to make the interior look a little bit more classier, and you get 3 sets of memory for the driver's side. And this, in the Malaysian spec Toyota Alphard, you get the buttons to control the sliding door, but in the Recon spec this doesn't come equipped with. Door cuts are finished in a very soft touch leather and some design details to make it look pretty premium and luxury. And the door lock are also finished in some very nice satin chrome. When you lock it, it is pretty silent. And when you open the window, all 4 windows gets automatic in both directions. And the window is a single layer, it's not double layer like most Chinese MPV. Now let's look at the steering wheel. This is the same steering wheel you can find in the new generation Toyota Camry, Toyota Crown. It has a wood top and bottom garnishing, and the leather is pretty squishy as well, very comfort when you hold at it. And the steering wheel adjustment is electronically adjust, tilt and telescopic. And these are some buttons for you to cycle between different information on the touchscreen. So this is the digital meter. This is the same, is carried over from the Camry, the Corolla Altis, so and so forth. And when you press a button right here, it will change to eco mode, and there's a very nice graphics right here which display the Toyota Alphard car. Okay, it only has two modes, eco and normal. It doesn't come with a sport mode. Okay, because MPV usually you won't drive it very spiritually because of the weight and the size of this car. I like that it still retains the RPM and speedometer, and it's rather simple to look at, unlike nowadays the Chinese EV MPV that display a lot of information. Sometimes it may be a bit confusing. And this is the driver attention display, a driver attention system. If you are looking after something else or are not paying attention to the road, the car will actually warn you. Up here the sun visor is very big. It comes with a vanity mirror with a light. Now let's move to the center part right here. This is the similar screen you can find in Lexus RX or NX. The sizes are pretty big, okay, and the responsiveness are also pretty good. And for the Japan spec, obviously it comes with full features together with a seat heater and seat ventilation together with steering heater, which in Malaysia seldom we use or we won't use. And it comes with a navigation, but this only can be operated when you are in Japan because this is imported from Japan. Obviously the GPS can't detect our Malaysian route. Also in the music frequency as well, you need to do some coding so that it can support our Malaysian channel. Bluetooth telephone. This is your car settings. Driving assist, you get full suits of Toyota safety sense including pre-collision system, traffic alert, lane departure, blind spot, driving assist, lane change assist, so and so forth. Okay, it's pretty simple to use in my opinion. Trip information, which you can also see your fuel consumption, etc. This is a Japan spec car. Obviously it comes with an ETC reader. Every time I start the car there's a voice showing ETC is not registered or whatnot. E-care, and you can customize head-up display, meters, meter style. Okay, there's 4, casual, smart, tough, and sporty. So lights, automatic on, sensitivity, auto off, so and so forth. Illumination, so this is to set your ambient lighting. I'll leave it in purple, and brightness I put to the max. Door control by speed locking or shift to P. Okay, engine start. This is your feedback lights or the buzzer, boarding and exit. Okay, and these are your menus. Obviously it's all in Japanese wording. Obviously right here you can set the display, navigation, vehicle customized software updates. If you have used to look at Chinese EV MPV, you can say that this is a little bit more conventional. In a good side, this is much more easier to use and very easy to understand. And the housing right here is finished in a floating style. It actually looks much more interesting than the previous gen Alphard. Air conditioning also comes with some bronze inserts. Air conditioning comes with dual zone climate, and I like that it retain the physical knob, and the inside, the graphics, everything are also pretty crisp. And right here is to control your fan speed. You can slide it. Interior air circulation, you can sync so that both have same temperature. This is to adjust different mode, and it also can bring out the climate menu. You can adjust S-Flow, Eco Heat, Nano E, which is air purifier or air cleaning system. And this is the shortcut key for your safety assist, driving assist, so and so forth. Okay, fairly simple to use. So right here, this is the auto parking system, which this car comes with it. And there's a bird eye view, okay, which means it has a 360 camera. Right here it gets a wireless charging. Okay, this is another difference between the Japan spec Alphard and the Malaysian spec. The Malaysian spec comes with a nicer looking electronic shifter, because that comes with a 2.5 liter turbo engine with 8-speed auto. In the CVT, it still runs on a conventional gear knob together with plus and minus. Gearbox, this runs on a CVT transmission, same like the previous gen 2.5. Right here you get some gloss black inserts. Okay, easily leave fingerprint or scratches, so you need to maintain this part if you buy the Alphard. Right here you get 2 cup holders, and this part you can remove it if you want to load longer objects or put your phones. It comes with electronic parking brake and brake hold. Armrest comes with dual openings for driver and passenger. The passenger seats comes with both switch. Now let's move to the party piece of the Alphard, which is the back seat. Forgot to mention, this digital inner mirror are also an optional accessories. If you don't like it, you can just flip it like this, it will off. Now let's go to the second row seats. You just press this and the sliding door will be open. And when you open, you are greeted by this electronic side step, are also optional accessories. The difference between the Malaysian spec and the Japan spec Alphard is the seat configuration. Although these two come with 2+2+3 seating configuration, but the middle row seat for the Japan spec Alphard is not the executive lounge seat. This is just a regular pilot seat, which you'll find in the previous gen Alphard, something like a SC spec. Okay, only in the Japan spec Wayfire comes with the VIP seats, same with the Malaysian spec Alphard. Now let's quickly go inside and close the sliding door. Pretty smooth in its operation. Alright, now let's start with the sliding door right here. It still comes with some paddings together with a very nice patterning. These are your wood trim and a speaker grill. And you may wonder, what is this switch for? Okay, let me demonstrate. Yes, now the second row comes with a powered sun blind. Compared to previous gen is manually sun blind. This actually gives a little bit more exclusive and VIP feel to it. And the seats are pretty comfy as expected. This is a very nice leather pilot seats, and right here it can have cup holders, and these are the controls to control the seats. And right here you get a tray for you to store your items. At the front you get some grip handles to ease your ingress and egress. Right here you get a rear aircon vents. Not only that, on the top of the roof also comes with the aircon vents. And there's some storage space for you to put your items. And I want to highlight one thing for the new generation Alphard and Wayfire is the sunroof. Now they have moved to a 2-piece instead of a one gigantic sunroof like the previous gen. It actually gives you a very airplane business class style, because you can adjust the dedicated roof shade for your own, because sometimes your passenger may like the sun but you don't like it. You can just close it individually. Okay, up here there's some controls to operate your powered sliding doors. As you can see, this is to adjust the ambient lightings. There's a lot of color for you to choose for, and this is the brightness, side shade. Okay, this also can operate the power blind on the sides. Okay, pretty nice feeling sitting at the back, and it's very quiet as well during idling. Right here you get some hidden compartment for you to store some privacy items. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate to go to the third row seat, and this is where the advantage of non-executive VIP seats are, because these two seats are generally not wide compared to the executive lounge VIP seats, which you have the phone right here to control your stuff, which means you can go through the third row seat by just walk through the access right here. Okay, this is one of the more convenient touches if you get the Recon Spec Alphard. Now I'm in the third row seat. This is a full-size MPV. Legroom for the third row seat and second row seat is no question. Everyone gets comfortable legroom and headroom as well. And for the third row, you also get the powered sunshade. Okay, impressive. Right here you get some USB Type-C port, cup holders, and right here you can adjust the seat back position, and right here this lever is to adjust the seat position to maximize the room as well as the boot space, which I'll demonstrate later. And right here you can also move the second row seat forward and back. In terms of the convenience wise, I think Toyota Alphard does it best. Right here you get some hidden compartment. Let's show you the boot space, shall we? Okay, very easy. You can just walk through the center tunnel and open the powered sliding door and go down the car elegantly. Now for the boot opening, there's a lot of ways. You can use the button inside the car, and new addition in the boot opening for the Toyota Alphard and Veilfire, you can actually open from the side on both tail lamps, because for MPV, which is finished in a box style like this, the tailgates are generally very long. If you open from here, it will actually hit you. So it's kind of nice that Toyota engineer actually put the boot open and close on the side, so you can open and close from the side instead of get hit by the tailgate. Now this is the boot space. Generally full-size MPV, and it's finished in a box style like this, you don't have much room. It's actually pretty tight in my opinion, but you can always maximize the third row seat by pulling at the front or back. And if you need more space, how? You can fold the third row seat as well. Operation is very simple. Make sure you put the seat position aligned with the arrows right here. Okay, and you just pull this handle, and you can just fold sideways just like any other Toyota Alphard in the previous gen. And you will actually counterbalance. It won't drop suddenly. Okay, it's spring loaded, and you can put out this clip and secure this here. Okay, nice and secure, so you get a lot of depth for you to load longer objects from IKEA, from anywhere else. If you want to drop, you just open this one, slot it back in the dedicated slot right here. Okay, as you can see, when you pull down, the leg of the seat will also come down as well. You just lock in place. Okay, pretty easy in terms of the operation. Not only that, down here you get some hidden compartment for you to store objects. There's a button for you to close the boot right here, or you just press here, press and hold, and the power boot will actually close it for you. Okay, that's all about it. The detailed review of this 2024 Toyota Alphard Z. If you have any question regarding to the new generation Toyota Alphard, you can comment down below and let me know. And in my opinion, for the retail price of the new generation Alphard in the recon market is actually quite competitive, considering Malaysian spec are selling for $500,000, more than 500,000 ringgit Malaysia. This is why actually a lot of consumers looking for a recon spec Alphard or Veilfire. I think it's a very good option if you want to find a proper luxury MPV and it is easy to maintain. In the case of the 2.5 liter engine right here, it's a proven engine and is rather fuel efficient as well. And this marks out my review. Be sure to subscribe, like and share my videos if you like my review of this 2024 Toyota Alphard. I will see you in my next video. Cheers.